Mark Ferner, blue-white game all said and done. You had a chance to take it in from up top. What are some of the takeaways, and what were some of the things that you were looking for while watching these guys on the ice?
Well, certainly, I mean, the way we did it this year is, we had a lot of good young talent, and we want to get, our camp wasn't real long, so we wanted to give these kids another opportunity. A lot of local kids that, have an opportunity to play in the blue-white game, and obviously there's some other guys that we're looking at to see if we're, going to move them on or not, but it's pretty competitive. There's some really good young talent out there. I mean, obviously we had our group out of the game, but all in all, we were happy with our camp.
Intensity was for a good chunk of that hockey game was up there. Is that something that you like to see, despite points and whatnot in a game like this?
Well, I mean, that's something that we talked about from the outset. Is let's have a competitive group. I mean, we know that we got some talent, we know we got character, but the biggest thing for me is, we've got some O2s out there, some younger kids might be their first camp, and we just didn't want them to be going out there and being nervous. So, we talked about, a little bit of respect towards that. I mean, obviously, we'll be cutting down to some half-decent numbers now, and now it's going to get a little bit more competitive. The bullets are going to start to fly now, and we'll see who wants to make this hockey team. And the guys that didn't play, obviously the veterans, we had a pretty good skate with them today, and they got through it okay. So, it's all right for, what is it, still August, so we got another day of practice. We'll start implementing some systems, and then obviously we got 2 tough exhibition games, and that will tell a lot.
What was your experience like so far through training camp and in the hockey game tonight?
It was really fun. My experience here has been really great, and obviously I'm having a great time, and I thought the game was awesome too. It's a good event for Vernon as well, and just to see what young prospects they have coming through. So yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Coming into camp, what were some of the expectations? Were there anything that exceeded your expectations, and how did you evaluate your performance?
I thought I played pretty well this training camp, and then my expectations are always exceeded when I come here. All the guys are great, the vets, the coaches are awesome. It's a great camp, so yeah, I'd say they were exceeded. Yeah.
Got an opportunity to practice. What were some of the things that they instructed in the practices, and did they work you pretty hard? Yeah,
they worked us really hard. Just the little details are really important. They wanted to emphasize on, and just working hard always, and just really competing. That's kind of what the message was this camp, and yeah, so.
Got an opportunity to play with some really good players here in the blue-white game. What did you think of the chemistry, and how did you evaluate your performance in this hockey game?
Yeah, I thought. Everyone who made this game is pretty good, and the chemistry was awesome as well. And I thought I had a really good game too. So, and we won, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, it was good.
I've enjoyed my time meeting the guys and bonding with them, and the blue and white game was fun. Lots of good players out there, and glad we came out with a win.
Coming from where you played last season, is there a little up in play at all coming into a camp like this, where the competition's going to be pretty stiff for the spots available on this hockey team?
Yeah, the competition's good here, but playing where I played last year prepared me well for this camp, and you always have to come ready for these things and play better.
What was the biggest thing that stood out to you in the first 3 days of this camp so far? Anything that you felt that stood out above the rest, whether it was some of the bag skates, some of the workouts, some of the practices, what have you?
I think just the speed in the practices, keeping up with the guys, receiving the passes, everything's a lot higher pace, which you have to work on, and I think I did well.
Any interactions with the veteran players who are returning? Any advice given at all? And if so, who from?
I was talking to Stapley a lot. He was just giving me advice on little things. I was kind of picking his brain a little bit, and yeah, it kind of helped me out through camp.